Welcome back, everybody, to another edition of 1911 Syndicate. We are here today in this beautiful, vast, cold wilderness to talk about a lever action, specifically a Marline model 1894. Before we get into that, though, Jake, tell the people what they need to know.
Basics. Real estate, we got you covered. That's what the 1911 Syndicate is. A lot of mill, LE clients, all that kind of stuff. We've got Patreon below. If you're feeling generous, we got a couple different companies that we work with between, not this particular sling, but slings and ammo, US Brass House, $20 off your cases of ammo with 1911 Syndicate code, all that linked down below. So yeah, check it out and rock and roll.
Perfect. Before we jump into this relationship with Marline, we were gonna try to strike up a relationship, but a friend of ours, John, had this gun and it's the exact gun that we wanted to review. This is kind of a concept video, and I'm going to get to that here in a little bit. So it's a review slash intro to this slash concept. Okay, go with me on this, Jake.
I'm tracking. I'm not sweating it.
We're going to go over kind of cost of this build real quick, and then I'm going to get into why we decided to kind of bring this gun out today. So, gun itself, I found him for, oh, and real quick, again, it's the Marline model 1894 CSBL, chambered in, 357 mag that will also shoot 38 special. Okay. These guns run for right around $1,000, which I'm going to say right out the gate is more than reasonable.
Bang for your buck.
More than reasonable.
Yeah.
On the website, it says that holds 6 rounds. Okay. I have shot a decent amount of rounds, several hundred rounds through that gun at this point, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Several hundred. It holds 10 rounds of 38 special and 9 rounds of 357.
Dope.
Okay. Now that's 1 in the chamber. And then it has a magazine tube that it feeds out of. So it'd be 1 in the chamber, 8 in the tube, 1 in the chamber, 9 in the tube if that's 38.
Awesome.
Okay. Barrel length is 16.5 inches. Overall is 38.5 inches. Reason why I'm bringing that up, scabbards or anything you would use this for, you want to know the length so you can buy the right one.
Sure.
Okay. Weight is 6.5 pounds with no scope. So fairly lightweight. But that's not very heavy.
No.
So twist rate for that barrel is 1 in 16. On top, we have the Leupold VX Freedom 1.5 to 4X. That weighs 9.6 ounces with a total combined weight of 7.1 ounces. Okay. I think that's a relatively lightweight gun for like a backcountry gun, which is the concept of this, which we're going to get into.
Sure.
Do you feel like you just can't shoot it like you used to? You may be suffering from projectile dysfunction. Introducing LTT Advanced Shooter Care. LTT Advanced Shooter Care puts confidence back in your trigger finger. When using an LTT custom firearm, you may experience smoother trigger pulls, extreme accuracy, and increased confidence. If extreme shootability lasts for more than 4 hours, don't call a doctor. That's totally normal. Enjoy it. Experience LTT Advanced Shooter Care, and don't let projectile dysfunction control your range time.
The scope on this was not originally this color. We had it Cerakoted by Culper Precision out of Salt Lake City. So
Provo.
Thank you guys.
Provo, actually. But
yeah, I just mean the greater Salt Lake area.
Yep, I'm
okay,
tracking.
just go with me on this, guys. Okay. I say I'm from Phoenix. I'm really from Queen Creek. See, tracking, right? So first lever action gun was made. There is some debate on this. I'm not going to get into that. It was made in 1860, and it was a 44 caliber rimfire Henry lever action. There's some big names in lever action guns. Marline is one. Henry is one. Those are kind of the 2 biggest names. They've been around the longest. I mean, their guns have been in service forever. Okay?
Sure.
Marline itself was founded by John Marline in 1870. Before Marline started making his own guns, he worked at a Colt factory. He worked in that factory making guns during the Civil War, which is kind of crazy to think about. Just a long time, right? When he broke off and started Marline, he first started making 22, 32, and 38 cal rimfire Derringers. Those little like hooker guns, you know?
Yeah, well, it's not just for hooker. I mean, hookers may use them, but.
So I heard those were originally made for hookers. To hide in garters. Yeah, and if a John wouldn't pay, they'd, anyways, maybe that story's not true. But in 1875, he made his first rifle. Okay. That is his first kind of entry into it, and he called it the Ballard rifle, was the name of it. In 1881, he added his first lever action in 4570. Okay. This rifle established Marline as like a kind of household name for lever actions in that time, and it was really just 2 big names, Henry and Marline, from the research that I've done. In 1894, he made this model in 357 Magnum. And that first model was called the 1894C. Again, the name has changed a little bit. but that was the first. One of the reasons we started this concept or bringing out a lever action is reliability in cold weather, okay? We were playing around with this idea for this gun because we were talking about movies. We like to bring pop culture into this. And what 2 movies have that?
Wind River.
In 4570.
Wind River.
Okay, great movie if you haven't seen it.
Not sure the second one off the top of my head.
Oh, come on, homie.
Cowboy? Cowboy
no,
movie?
No. We saw this movie together. Chris Pratt.
Jurassic Park.
Boom.
Or World. Yeah.
Good job. You remember he has that rifle.
Yeah.
He's running around with that.
Dope.
So 2 great movies with those 4570 lever actions. Again, this is not 4570, and I'm going to get into why we didn't get 4570 right now. Lever action guns were very popular in colder environments. They had some lever actions that were top ejecting.
Mm-hmm.
This one is a side ejecting.
Yep.
They found, if you want to slam that open for us, they found that in cold weather, the side ejecting ones were more reliable than the top ones. The top ones would freeze up in colder weather and not function properly.
Weird.
Most of those guns back in the day were going to places like Alaska, Canada, and a lot of the northern states that see a ton of snow, right? That is the reason we started talking about this, because you recently got a revolver, which is what?
357.
Yeah. So we were talking about the idea of when we go into the backcountry doing some of this survival stuff that we've been doing, having a pistol and a rifle in the same caliber, so rounds are interchangeable, that would put down a big animal if need be.
At least hopefully.
Right, hopefully, right? Which again, 9 rounds of 357, some bears running at us. I mean, that's a good fighting chance.
Yeah.
If I land those rounds and he still gets me, he earned it.
Not according to the Yellowstone Park Rangers. We are fucked.
Really? They said that, huh?
They said, quote, use it on yourself.
Really? Yeah. Initially, kind of my thought was like, well, dude, this will take down anything from a little mountain lion or a big mountain lion to a grizzly. We found out some information that maybe grizzlies are just gonna kind of laugh at this.
Kind of incapable of dying, almost. Yeah, so Buster, our photographer behind the camera there, and I were in Yellowstone not that long ago, and we were having a conversation with the park ranger out. We were doing some stuff out there, and then I basically pitched him on this idea.
Yeah,
I said,
this
hey,
concept.
look, I'm looking to get this Korth revolver that's in 357. I'm like, that'd be a pretty dope. I was proud, right? I'm like, it'd be a pretty dope backcountry gun back
like
here,
a
right?
pat on the back, kind of.
Yeah, and so he direct quote from him. He goes, yeah, like he thinks about, like ponders it for a sec. He goes, yeah, you're in the backcountry and a grizzly starts charging with that. He goes, direct quote, use it on yourself. And he told us about the last one that they had to put down, and it was literally like a firing line of dudes just dumping rounds, and the bear did not go down from bleeding out. It went down eventually from shattering its bones to the point where it hit the deck. And if that's not the most terrifying thing you've ever heard, then I don't know what to tell you. I was horrified. So I was like, holy shit.
They literally had to destroy the structure of the bear to stop it.
Yes, it's like flattening someone's tires to get them not to drive away.
Yeah, like stops it.
Like there's nothing else you can do.
Or like you said, a pelvic shot to us.
Yeah,
you're
shatter their
incapacitated.
femur and everything. Yeah. But it's like, the theory, yes, for like mountain lions, black bear, shit like that, yeah, this is probably gonna be awesome. Against a megalodon in the sea, which is like a bear on the ground, not gonna go so hot.
So you're going Jurassic Park reference there.
Kinda, yeah.
That was good.
Yeah,
Did you mean to do that?
No, but it just flowed.
Oh, wow,
yeah, it
guys.
just flowed out.
Look at the free flow on that.
Yeah.
So kind of getting into the pop culture of this too, we were talking about Wind River, as I mentioned earlier. You don't see this gun in that movie till about 45 minutes in. The first rifle he has is they think it's a Remington 700. We don't get a good shot at it.
Okay.
He comes up on a mountain lion den. There's a dead elk in front of it. And it's a mountain lion with like 3 mountain lion cubs.
Yeah, I remember, yeah.
Do you call them cubs?
Yeah.
Kids? Cubs? I don't know. Kitties. And he's like, oh, not today, you know, and then he sees the track and follows it, and then they get in the big gunfight. So we're gonna talk about the gunfight for a little bit, because may not have to do with this gun, but the concept, right?
Yeah.
So he has a lever action 4570 in that, because super cold, really reliable, and you can hand load your own loads for that. So in the movie, in the reloading scene in the beginning, it looks like he's loading, they're about 500 grain 4570 rounds.
God. 500 grains.
And I got onto a couple forums to verify this, and all these old timer reloading guys are like, yeah, that's 500 grain, you know?
Wow.
The reason why I'm bringing this up is in the movie when you're watching it, he shoots a guy that's shooting out into kind of open land in a trailer, and it blows him back across the table, and he flips over into the back wall.
It's awesome.
And we're like, dude, there's no way that would happen. I start doing research, and I'm like, 500 grains might fucking do that.
It could.
Now, it's not moving super fast, but mass times velocity.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a good day, Jake.
It's an awesome scene.
It's a great scene.
It's an awesome scene.
Now, getting into the other pop culture, Jurassic Park. I mean, if Chris Pratt decides a 45-70 is what he's going to use to put down a T-Rex,
yeah,
well, damn it, I want one also.
Good enough for me.
I just know I wouldn't shoot a 45-70 a lot, and kind of this is getting into my final thoughts on this.
Yeah.
This gun with 38 shoots like a 10-22.
Oh, no doubt.
And if you think I'm exaggerating, guys, I am not whatsoever. 357 through this gun shoots like a 5.56. I mean, it is super, super controllable.
Yep.
In the shooting portion, depending on the angle, you might be able to see the last little shooting segment. I stacked like 5 rounds as fast as I could within like a 50-cent piece.
Yeah, it was very small group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So kind of coming full circle now, I've wanted a lever gun for a while. I think 357 mag was a good backcountry option. You have your Korth. It all kind of worked together.
I got to admit, can I be honest here?
Yeah, go ahead.
I want a 45-70.
I know, kind of, because of Wind River a little bit.
That, and it's just like, okay, I got my 357 that's on me, but I'm just like, there's something about that, like, power. Just send it. Just send a 500 grains.
Yeah.
Like, man, a mountain lion, whatever decides it's going to wreck me that day.
Come here,
I'm
kitty,
like,
kitty, kitty.
I want the big guns in that moment. I want nothing left to the imagination. Like, nope, she's going down.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't get me wrong, this is a lot of fun, but I also
Very
kind of want that big shit, you know?
Yeah, and again, we didn't go 45-70 because our good buddy John, who's been very nice and let us review several of his guns, had this in his safe. So, great little fun gun. After shooting this, putting some rounds through it, doing a little review / concept video. Okay, guys, this isn't like a full-blown review. It's kind of a hybrid here.
Fun video.
I want a lever gun for a couple reasons. Did you ever play Cowboys and Indians growing up?
I did, yeah.
What did Cowboys always have?
Yeah, levers.
What was your first BB gun you probably ever got?
Daisy Red Ryder.
What is that?
Yeah, it's a lever.
It's a lever, right? I mean, we all kind of learn, depending on how you grow up, on little lever action 22s or what have you, or BB guns and 22s, what have you. So it's just a fun gun. I think it was just like a fun kind of concept video that we did. We might do more of these or kind of change them up a little bit, but really enjoyed shooting the gun. Ultra reliable. One thing I do want to mention, because some people will argue about the reliability, because this inside is a little complex. The argument I found on this, and this is a cool little piece of history we'll end on, is it is a little complex, but not so complex that gunsmiths in the 1890s couldn't make it and make them reliable. So now you take our technology today that manufactures these parts, it enhances the reliability. I found that on multiple forums, on lever action forums, because they were known kind of back in the day to maybe not be as reliable as we thought.
Sure.
With modern day technology, they are very much reliable.
Yeah.
And I think it's a great option for cold weather, jungle, you know, on the island running from velociraptors and everything.
Yep.
So that's all I got for you, Jake.
Let's get
it. Dude, that sound, you know, like the sound of a shotgun?
Best sound. It's the best sound.
And when you're in like boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, you can get fast and super accurate with it.
Yeah.
It's a very fun gun.
Very fun. Very fun.
So, thanks everyone. I know there's a little bit different video, but we're kind of branching out, trying some new things lately.
Just playing around.
Yeah.
Having fun.
So, anyways, thank you guys. Appreciate the support. Have a good rest of your day.